the stars have been. Volcanoes rumble under skin so thin. Sacred sites whisper, the earth leans in. Hurricanes spin the helm and swell, chasing shadows of gravity well. Ley lines, they run, they pull, they flow. Great circles weaving where secrets grow. Sacred geometry maps untold, terraforming hearts, the world unfolds. Stonehenge echoes in the foggy mist. Clouds above trace paths we might have missed. Sacred tree sways, its roots resist. Dr. Jones knew the clues to see, hidden truths in symmetry. Ley lines, they run, they pull, they flow. Great circles weaving where secrets grow. Sacred geometry maps untold, terraforming hearts, the world unfolds. Dr. Jones knew the clues to see, hidden truth in symmetry. Ley lines, they run, they pull, they flow. Great circles weaving where secrets grow. Sacred geometry maps untold, terraforming hearts, the world unfolds.
Hey, welcome back, Lelanders, to a new episode of Lelanders Ley. Know some viewers have been asking, hey, we haven't heard from you in quite a while. What's happening? What's going on with ley lines? Is there anything new with that? So we'll try to give a little bit of updates on both. We'll try to focus mainly on the ley lines. I know we got that one viewer who's like, stop telling us your whole life story. Just get to the ley lines. And I'm like, chill man, I'll get you the lines you need, right? Okay, let's check out the ley line news. Now, so the big updates for today's episode is we're going to talk about the situation, what's happening with ley lines on Google, so the Google Maps version, and what's been happening with, what other version do we have? Oh yeah, the regular Google version. See, I thought I had that one ready. There we go. Yeah, sorry, I'm a little bit disorganized. What else is new? Okay, there we go. So here's the leylines.net version. This is the most up-to-date version. This is the version that I had help with the European or overseas mathematician computer programming geniuses to help finish the ley line map that I thought would never be finished. So shout out to them. Is it George? And if you want to give donations to keep this project going for leylines.net, make sure you check out his page. And there is a Bing Maps notice. So this is one of the things that's came up with the leylines.net version, is we used to be able to use Bing Maps. I guess technically we still can, but there's going to be some fees coming. So that's why we're just getting this notification that when it comes to free versions, I don't think Bing Maps is going to be the way to go anymore. So I try not to use the Bing Map version. And if you want to look it up on this one, like this is the most up-to-date version, better than Google right now. You go to Explore Data and Ley Lines, Global Ley Lines, and this will be the gravity well grid, like the song says. Gravity well. Oh, and we do have two versions, and if you're wondering what the POI is, that's the point of interest. So things like when it aligns with a pyramid or some sacred geometry stuff, if that's on there, that's the points of interest. And the way I like it without the points of interest was mainly for the book images. That we'll cover a little bit about that coming out soon too. We'll see if we got it. Yeah, so I had been working on a leyline book through this program, but we decided to go with another one, basically the Google, or what is it, the Amazon Books PDF version. Oh, and then I came away to solve the problem with the book, because I was coming into like a, let's put the book back up there, a little bit of a dilemma, like when I released the book and dedicating it to my wife, and she's sleeping right next to us, and then so I was hoping, yeah, when I finished the book, oh sorry, I got off track there. The book, oh yeah, is to help out like our family and stuff, get some money for the dog's bills and us, but is have the book for sale for like a low amount on Amazon Books, or like $1.99 or whatever for the digital version, and then make some nicer versions, get some like autographed copies, hardcover available on my website, and then also go with what is it? Oh, the library. Because I was thinking, oh, it's going to piss me off. I don't want to do all this work and then share it and not be able to like make it free to people that aren't a budget. Because yeah, I was a budget researcher myself, and all the information I got happened to be for free. So I was like, hey, kind of pisses me off to put it behind some sort of paywall. So I found the solution to that is the library. We'll have some versions that are available at the public libraries, and you'll be able to get it for free there. That's the method I'm hoping to go. So yeah, people on a budget or people who can help support, everyone should be able to get a copy. Yeah, you can even see the wobble and the blue line on that cover image, so we'll have to use the updated map for that. Alright, so yeah, that's the news when it comes to the book. What was the news when it came to anything else? I guess we'll close the book. So, there it is. So when it comes to the news for the leylines.net, yeah, we covered the Microsoft Bing map thing. Gravity hills with points of interest or without. If anyone's in the chat of the show and they want to ask, yeah, I can see the chat right now. So if you want to ask what types we want to check out, I think maybe for now, today's show we'll check with the points of interest. And then it asks you which layers of the maps you like. I like all three, because actually all three are finished now, which is kind of mind-blowing to think. Like, I don't know, I never thought I would actually see the red layer finished ever, so it's kind of nice. Now, obviously when it comes to looking all of them, I don't usually like to view them all at once because it's a bit overwhelming. So when George was helping convert this to the leylines.net website, yeah, it looks like I'm getting a bit of blurriness, eh? What is this? ESRI World Imaging, Top, National Geographic, Bing, that's the one we want to stay away from. Bing, stay away, stay away. So anything marked Bing, that's what I'll try to stay away from. Now, if people, just to give a little bit of update what's been happening with me, if you noticed, I have had some of the viewers have been kind enough to point out that I look like shit. It's like, yeah, I had surgery and I'm trying to bounce back from that, and it's been quite an ordeal, but one step at a time. Had quite a bit of good progress in the right direction for once this week, so that was good. Alright. Underground features, what am I looking for? Performance or quality. Put half. 3D terrain, 3D smooth, or 2D. Yeah, it's nice when it comes in clear. Yeah, when you're using the settings for the map on the leylines.net, we'll have to do a whole video about that, is use the native device resolution. I've noticed that seems to have quite a big effect. Not always a good one. Okay. So I don't know. We'll try it like that. Or no, we'll try it. Maybe I want 3D smooth. Is that the problem? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, so when George was making this map, he was nice enough to cover all the points of interest with his building of it, and man, he must know a lot about the world because he found some everywhere. So New South Wales, some of the ridge lines that it goes through. One of the explanations viewers asked are like, why does the ley lines always seem to go with the major canyons, either like the Grand Canyon or the canyons on Mars? And I find it's often because it's the cracks in the Earth's crust. So if you're going to have the crack in the Earth crust marked with a line, it's probably going to come close to canyons too. That's one theory. If anyone else has theories, they can let us know in the chat. There's no one answer that fits. I don't know, that one doesn't come up with any pictures. Not sure. Huh. So that's what we got for Australia. Oh, here he has some ancient temples that are marked on the ley lines. So there's that one. Never heard of it, but it looks neat. Holy cow. So there's quite a series. Yeah, if anyone knows these ones that are coming up as points of interest that aren't like easily displayed by an image, you can let us know in the chat, either live or later. Oh, and the thing that we're going to cover today before we wrap up too, if anyone's wondering where this is going, we're going to finish with some of the most recent ley line news, like what's happening with the hurricanes. So we haven't checked that in a while. Well, yeah, let's get to that quick. We don't want this to be like a 2-hour feature-length production here. But we'll just, so if anyone wants to be at home, make sure to go check out leylines.net, open up the way we did, and not only will you get to see the yellow, but you'll get to see the blue lines, even a complete blue line that's a perfect great circle across Australia. That was the big line that took me a long time to finish. I don't think I ever would have without the help. Actually, who am I kidding? I know I wouldn't have never finished. Lake Rumatoma. Oh, it's a vortex. Neat. So yeah, he's got some of the blue markings here as well. Mount Anung. Oh, there it says more interest. So we got the blue lines. And if you want to go hardcore into ley lines, you can add the full red layer. Which some people ask me, are you confident that the red layer is fully complete the way it's supposed to be? And what I found mind-blowing with the red layer, which if I had to say my confidence level went up substantially, is it came out with the same Piri Reis red layer pattern that I was hoping it would, which isn't the way science is supposed to work, but I had someone else do it, so technically it's a little better that way. But anyways, yeah, what I mean by that is when you look at the the symmetry of the red lines and the patterns they came out with, like these little like Star Trek like symbols and the way they line up and stuff, that marked out the same way that the Piri Reis one did. So I was impressed with that. I was like, okay, that was what I was actually hoping it was going to look like when it was done. Not the way science is supposed to work, but ley lines isn't really an exact science. I don't think anyone claims it is at this point. I wish. So for as far as the accuracy of the red lines, yeah. Oh, Pilot Mountain. That's like the Mount Kemenus. That's nice. Myrtle Beach. Oh man, that's where my dad likes to go. Oh my god, Mammoth Cave. Yeah, so there are some things marked on the red map. I know people will say arbitrarily you can put lines anywhere and it's going to mark stuff, but I think the percentages is where you come in. Whoa, Chichen Itza. Like I started to look on a map and I'm like, I can take just the base lines of the yellows and then calculate how many times they go over a mountain ridge and then compare it to how much the percentage of the earth is actually mountain ridges and then see what that comes out to. And then you can see that it's a very high ratio. It's not like it's like 1% accuracy or something. Okay, so yeah, that's mind is blown that on leylines.net it's finished. And does anyone know where the data attribution? Yeah, if you click data attribution, that's where you can get to the donate button. So big shout out to George, I believe it is, or I could be saying that wrong. Now, we haven't really met other than just chatting online, so I'll have to meet him online on Zoom sometime. Big shout out to leylines.net. Okay, we covered leylines.net enough. I think we covered the book enough. What was the last thing? Oh yeah, we're going to cover the storms. And to do that, we're going to make Google a little bigger. And we don't really need me on there because, not that I ever look good, but the less me the better at this point, I think. Alright, oh yeah, we're going to put the weather. Weather. Now, apparently there's some weather disturbances that have been happening recently, so weather in the ley lines is always an interesting topic. Oh boy, and did we ever get some other big news too? Always forget. Because Bing and Google are both offering some sort of paywall system. Like, the funny thing is, I would just pay Google, but their paywall system is you're not even allowed to buy it and use it. So that's kind of interesting that it's quite the steep paywall when you're not even allowed to. But anyway, so I'm going to be working hopefully with I've been already. Hey Google, stop. No, we've been in talks with different people and hoping to get a video game type solution for the ley lines. Like a video game that you could actually use to not only look at ley lines, but to take screenshots of them and use them as your own work. So that would be sweet. I hope that project comes through. And we might try to get a daily ley line show and the book launched around the same time. So that'll be sweet. And the Leyline Daily Show, hopefully we're going to keep it under 10 minutes. So it won't be like or maybe 15. But yeah, it won't be some giant marathon. So lately in the ley lines, people have been doing, like we covered last time, that clouds match these weird lines in the sky, have like cloud lines or whatever. Researchers are trying to figure out what's causing them and where they're going and what determines their directions. They don't have the gravity well map, so that's what makes it a little harder for them to determine. Like we can say, hey, like this gravity well line bends that way, so that's why these cloud lines are going there, but... Oh, and I have been watching a bit of shows on the South Pole, and how it's like a growing continent. There's like thousands, like I forget, was it like 5,000 people that live on the South Pole now? The research stations have been growing bigger and bigger. They even have a music festival and such. So, and they talked about how they have very extreme weather in the South Pole, like hurricanes like you would not believe. And I've noticed that a lot with the ley lines and gravity wells, because you would like look at the gravity wells on the South Pole and be like, holy crap, there's some huge hurricanes going. And now I've had some confirmation of that. Yeah, and then when it comes to hurricanes and storms, they usually spin around the wells or get pulled into them or around them, sort of like black holes. That's why I think they're associated with gravity so much. Gravity wells, just like the song. Oh yeah, viewers can put in the chat if they hate the song. We'll keep trying different songs and see if we find one that suits the show and looks good or sounds good. It's like, man, that song looks great. Okay, relax. I'm trying new medications, can you tell? Anyways, yeah, so where is the gravity well storm right now? Should be this one here, I believe. Oh yeah, there you can see the definition of the hurricane. Oh my god, it looks like it's ready to hit Bermuda. So I don't know, researchers, they don't really, like climatologists or the weather forecast people, meteorologists. It must be difficult for them to realize like why storms are going the directions they do, why it pulls off and goes up to here. I find a lot of storms all get pulled off to that gravity well there because it's pretty strong. It'll pull a lot of storms in its direction. It could just so happen that's where like a jet stream situation happens. Maybe nothing to do with the gravity well point, but looks like we got another storm brewing on that point. So yeah, that's the big news. We'll follow this hurricane. If we can get the daily show going soon, we'll do daily updates to show where the gravity wells are tracking and how the storms are interacting with them. I remember last time we tried to do this, Google stopped doing the weather updates daily. So then I'd be trying to cover the storm and it'd be like cloud images from 2 days ago. But hopefully they're back to the live cloud imaging. And instead of just complaining about that, hopefully that'll be one solution if we get the video game version going. Is we'll have like a server with like live updates so that if people are using the video game version of ley lines, they can get accurate readings. Wow. Alright, so this show has already gone on longer than I was hoping to. Thanks to everyone for tuning in. And yeah, sorry it's been so long for updates. I'm trying to get everything set up in the studio for more things like intro songs and all the other things sorted out with stable internet, being able to get guests. We got a guest from Montreal that should be coming on the show soon, so looking forward to that. Alright, bye. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Is there anything else I wanted to mention? Probably not. And if I did forget it, we'll cover it next episode. So thanks again everyone. See you. Bye for now. And happy ley lines. I'll have to come up with a better saying for that. If someone could think of something for ley lines, let me know in the chat and I'll use it as the finishing segment for the show. Bye for now everyone. Later. Make sure to like, sub, and share, and chat. Always want to chat because I'm lonely. There's not much to do when you get out of the hospital. Alright, bye for now. See you later. Terrible ending.
Pyramid Point where the stars have been.
I don't get any ideas. I'm not really that lonely. I'm not married.
Volcanoes rumble and the skin so thin. Sacred sites whisper, the earth leans in. Hurricanes spin, they hum and swell, chasing shadows of a gravity well. Ley lines, they run, they pull, they flow. Great circles weaving where secrets grow. Sacred geometry maps untold, terraforming hearts. unfolds. Stonehenge echoes in the foggy mist. Clouds above trace paths we might have missed. Sacred tree sways, its roots resist. Dr. Jones knew the clues to see, hidden truths in symmetry. Ley lines, they run, they pull, they flow. Great circles weaving where secrets grow. Sacred geometry maps untold, terraforming hearts, the world unfolds. Dr. Jones knew the clues to see, hidden truth in symmetry. Ley lines, they run, they pull, they flow. Great circles weaving where secrets grow. Sacred geometry maps untold,